What if I could convince you that Santa was real? And in the process, also convince you that deities like Lilith and Thor and Odin and all these other deities that we like to talk about, what if I could convince you they were actually real and tell you how you could interact with them? Hi friends, my name is Erin. I'm a frequency and clarity coach, and I'm here to help. So we have to establish some rules first. We have to remember that everything at its core is vibration and frequency. Remembering, of course, that vibration is the movement and frequency is the rate of movement. We also have to remember that in our human states, we are very limited in our perceptive abilities, and that shifting our frequency gives us the ability to perceive different frequencies that are slightly outside the range of normal human perceptive abilities. This is why working on yourself in spiritual work is important, but I digress. Back to Santa. While Santa may not be a physical living person, it is a frequency that we have assigned as humanity, as a collective, as those who understand the mythology of Santa. Collectively, we've assigned a frequency to this. We've brought it into coherence. We took all the particles in the possibility and created a probability around this character of Santa and assigned a frequency to it. Typically, it's one of joy, excitement, celebration, family, and gratitude. And because it's a frequency, it's available to you all the time. All you have to do is tune your dial to it, because remember, you're just a really fancy receiver. So when you're getting things ready for your kids and you're thinking about Santa, you are calling that frequency forward. You are tuning your dial to Santa's frequency, and you become, in part, Santa for the moment. Because as you interact with that frequency, it temporarily becomes part of your biosignature, part of your aura. And then when you're done with it and you stop thinking about it, it moves on. And this happens with all kinds of energy. People get really upset at me when I say this, but you don't have to be special to work with characters like Lilith. If you enjoy Lilith, if you like what she's teaching or what her energy stands for, just like Santa, all you have to do is sit down and tune your dial to her frequency, and then you can receive it. And I know explaining it that way sometimes takes away the feeling of specialness from people. They feel like, oh, I was chosen and I should be, and all this sort of stuff. And I'm not trying to say you're not, but I'm just trying to remind you that everybody is. This isn't an exclusive club. Everyone is invited. It's just learning to tune your frequency to that you want to hear, because you're just a fancy receiver. So the station that you're tuned to is going to determine the music you hear. If you want to tune to Lilith's station, you're going to hear the music that is broadcast through Lilith's frequency. Same thing for Santa. If you tune to Santa's frequency, your radio station will play the music associated with Santa. And we could get into a whole thing about collective frequencies and individual frequencies and all this stuff, but the bigger story here is Santa's real. All you have to do is believe and maybe listen. That's helpful too.